Daniel and Sophia were the couple everyone envied. From the outside, they had it all. A beautiful apartment downtown, successful careers, and a love story that seemed straight out of a movie. Daniel, a kind-hearted software engineer, was completely smitten. He adored Sophia, a charismatic marketing manager, and believed every word she said. For him, Sophia was his everything, the sun his world revolved around. He never questioned her late nights at the office, her frequent business trips, or the sudden new friends she seemed to make. He trusted her implicitly. Why wouldn't he? She was the love of his life. The first crack in their perfect facade appeared on a Tuesday. Daniel had finished work early, planning to surprise Sophia with her favorite takeout and a movie night. She was supposed to be in a meeting with a client. Instead, she was laughing, her head tilted back, her hand resting intimately on another man's arm. It wasn't a friendly gesture, it was a lover's touch. The man leaned in and whispered something in her ear, and they shared a secret smile before kissing. It wasn't a quick peck, it was a long, passionate kiss that made Daniel's stomach drop to the floor. The takeout bag slipped from his grasp, splattering sauce all over the pavement. He was frozen, a statue of disbelief and heartbreak. That single moment replayed in his mind, shattering the perfect image he had of their life together. He didn't confront her that night. Instead, he watched her walk in an hour later. Full of smiles and stories about her long, boring meeting, she kissed him on the cheek and complained about her demanding client. Each word was a sharp sting, a fresh layer of deceit. The trust he had so freely given was now a gaping wound. The man he saw her with was a ghost haunting their apartment, present in every lie she told. Daniel played along, a hollow shell of his former self. He nodded, he smiled, but inside, a storm was brewing. The love he felt was rapidly being replaced by a cold, hard anger. He spent the night staring at the ceiling. The image of her kiss burned into his memory. The man who went to sleep that night was not the same man who had woken up that morning. The naive, trusting Daniel was gone, and in his place was someone determined to uncover the truth. His investigation began subtly. He started paying closer attention to her phone, which was now always password-protected and face down. He noticed charges on their joint credit card for fancy dinners and hotel rooms in their own city, all chalked up to entertaining clients. The lies were so blatant, so lazy, it was almost insulting. It was as if she didn't even think he was smart enough to figure it out. He was building a case, not for a court of law, but for a court of public opinion and personal justice. He wanted her to feel a fraction of the humiliation he was experiencing. The plan for his revenge began to take shape. Sophia's 30th birthday was approaching, and she was planning a huge party. She wanted to rent out a chic art gallery and invite all their friends, family, and her important work colleagues. It was meant to be a celebration of her, a testament to her success and popularity. For Daniel, it was the perfect stage. He threw himself into the party planning, becoming the perfect supportive boyfriend. He helped her choose the venue, design the invitations, and curate the guest list. She was thrilled with his enthusiasm, completely oblivious to the fact that he was engineering her downfall. He made sure everyone who mattered to her would be there: her parents, her boss, her closest friends, and, Of course, all the men she had been secretly seeing. He found their numbers in her phone and sent them a special, personalized invitation, pretending to be Sophia's assistant, ensuring they would all be in the same room. The night of the party arrived. The gallery was stunning, filled with elegantly dressed guests, soft music, and the clinking of champagne glasses. Sophia was radiant in a sparkling dress, the center of attention. She floated through the room, accepting compliments and gifts, completely unaware of the storm about to break. Daniel stood by her side, a perfect smile fixed on his face, his heart pounding in his chest. He watched as her various lovers arrived, each one looking slightly confused as they saw the others. They mingled awkwardly, sensing something was off but not quite putting the pieces together. Sophia, busy being the birthday girl, hadn't noticed yet. She was too wrapped up in her own glory. Halfway through the party, Daniel stepped up to the microphone, supposedly for a heartfelt birthday toast. The room quieted down. Sophia looked at him with a loving smile, expecting a public declaration of his affection. Daniel took a deep breath. "I want to thank you all for coming to celebrate Sophia," he began, his voice steady. "Sophia is an amazing woman, so amazing, in fact, that she has enough love to share with so many people." A confused murmur went through the crowd. He then turned to a large screen behind him, which until now had been displaying a slideshow of happy photos of him and Sophia. With a click of a button, the slideshow changed. The screen was suddenly filled with screenshots of her incriminating text messages. Messages to Mark, her client, planning their next hotel rendezvous. Messages to David, her old college friend, talking about their weekend trip. The names and faces in the room started to connect the dots. The music stopped. A collective gasp filled the gallery. Sophia's face went from radiant to ghostly white. The screen then flashed photos of her kissing Mark outside the restaurant, holding hands with David in a park, laughing with another man at a bar. Daniel had hired a private investigator for one day, and the results were devastatingly clear. He then projected the credit card statements, with charges for hotels and lavish dinners highlighted in red. The humiliation in the room was palpable. Her parents stared in horror. Her boss looked furious. Her friends looked at her with a mixture of pity and disgust. The men she had been seeing looked at each other, then at her, their faces a mask of anger and embarrassment as they realized they were all just part of her game. Daniel put the microphone down. He didn't shout or cry. His voice was calm and chillingly quiet. "The party's on me," he said, looking directly at Sophia, whose face was now streaked with tears. "Consider it my parting gift. The apartment lease is in my name. Your things will be in boxes on the curb tomorrow morning." He turned and walked away from the microphone, leaving a scene of absolute chaos behind him. People were whispering, pointing, and slowly backing away from Sophia, as if she were contagious. He didn't look back. He walked out of the gallery, out of the party, and out of her life. As he stepped into the cool night air, he didn't feel triumphant or happy. He just felt empty. But it was a clean emptiness, a blank slate,